Shamit had a clean look. Here comes Aaron Gordon the other way. Gordon! Oh my goodness!
For years, Aaron Gordon has been known for jaw-dropping dunks and highlight reels. But is that all there is to his game? While stars like Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray grab headlines, Gordon has quietly become one of the NBA's most versatile and valuable players. From locking down elite scorers to hitting clutch shots in the playoffs, he's done it all, yet the recognition still seems to lag behind. So is he truly underrated or just underappreciated? Well, let's break it down. The making of Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon was born on September 16, 1995 in San Jose, California, into a family that knew athletic success firsthand. His father, Ed Gordon, was a standout basketball player at San Diego State. His mother, Shelby, was a track athlete. Even his older brother, Drew, played college and professional basketball, while his sister, Elise, played hoops at Harvard. Sports weren't just encouraged in the Gordon household, they were a way of life. By the time Aaron was in high school at Archbishop Mitty in San Jose, it was clear that he had the talent to follow the family tradition, but on a much bigger stage. At Archbishop Mitty, Gordon quickly became one of the top high school prospects in the nation. He led his team to back-to-back California State Championships in 2011 and 2012, and was named the California Mr. Basketball twice. His high school highlight reels showcased his freakish athleticism and a rare defense motor for a teenager. Gordon wasn't just out-jumping his competition. He was reading plays and dominating both ends of the floor. By his senior year, he was averaging 21.6 points and 15.7 rebounds per game. Scouts across the country took notice. In 2013, Gordon committed to the University of Arizona, choosing the Wildcats over programs like Kentucky and Washington. His lone college season was short but left a lasting impression. He averaged 12.4 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. What set him apart was his defensive versatility. He could guard almost every position on the court and was often tasked with neutralizing the opponent's best scorer. He led Arizona to a 33-5 record and an Elite Eight appearance, where they lost a nail-biter to Wisconsin. Gordon's college clips still circulate today, showing not just highlight dunks, but chase-down blocks and smart defensive rotations. In the 2014 draft, the Orlando Magic made Gordon the 4th overall pick.
With the 4th pick in the 2014 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Aaron Gordon from the University of Arizona.
Oh. Expectations were high. The Magics were in rebuild mode, and Gordon was seen as a potential franchise cornerstone. But his rookie year wasn't smooth. He suffered a fractured foot just 11 games into the season and missed significant time. When he returned, Orlando's roster lacked structure and consistency. Despite this, Gordon showed flashes of what made him a top pick. He had games where his athleticism translated into huge dunks, timely rebounds, and moments of defensive brilliance. Over his first few seasons, Gordon gradually expanded his game. By the 2017-18 season, he averaged 17.6 points and 7.9 rebounds per game. More importantly, he began to develop into a true two-way forward. He was no longer just a dunker. Gordon improved his ball handling and added a mid-range jumper, becoming a more reliable scoring option. Even on struggling Orlando teams, his defensive effort remained consistent, often guarding the opposing team's best forwards and wings. His growth was undeniable, but in Orlando, he often felt like a star without a stage. The next chapter in his career took him to Denver, where he no longer needed to carry a team. He just needed to complete one, and that's exactly what he did. But before we get into that, if you are enjoying so far, please subscribe. Now, moving on. The Mile High Breakout. When the Denver Nuggets traded for Aaron Gordon in March 2021, most casual fans saw it as a minor move to add depth. The Nuggets front office saw something else. They didn't want Gordon to be a star scorer. They wanted him to be the piece that could unlock their championship puzzle, as stated by CBS Sports analyst Avery Johnson.
And this move is twofold. One, it's about the Nuggets really improving their perimeter defense, especially when you have to go up against guys like Kawhi Leonard and Paul George and the LeBron James of the world. When you're looking at Jamal Murray and even Michael Porter Jr., those guys are not known as defensive stoppers, and they don't have the type of size.
Denver already had the reigning MVP, Nikola Jokic, and a rising star in Jamal Murray. What they needed was someone who could take on the toughest defensive assignments while fitting seamlessly into a selfless offensive system. Gordon stepped into that role immediately. His defensive versatility became obvious from his first games in a Nugget uniform. He guarded everyone from point guards to centers, depending on the matchup. The flexibility allowed Denver to switch more effectively and cover for defensive gaps. Clips from his early games with Denver showed Gordon picking up elite guards like Luka Doncic on one possession and then battling bigs like Anthony Davis the next. His effort wasn't just noticeable, it changed how Denver could approach defenses against top-tier opponents. Offensively, Gordon meshed perfectly with Jokic. Unlike in Orlando, where he was often asked to create his own shots, Denver used Gordon as a cutter, spot-up shooter, and pick-and-roll threat. Jokic's vision made sure Gordon got the ball in the right spots without forcing the issue. During the Nuggets' 2023 championship run, Gordon averaged 13.3 points and 6 rebounds per game, but his stats didn't tell the full story. In different series, Gordon spent time guarding LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Jimmy Butler. He didn't stop them entirely, no defender can, but he slowed them down and made them work for every basket. One standout moment came in the finals against Miami when Gordon held Butler to just 5 for 18 shooting in Game 4, helping Denver take a commanding series lead. In 2025, Gordon isn't just a defensive role player, he has become a trusted clutch option. In the playoffs against the Clippers, he hit a buzzer-beater dunk in Game 4, flipping the series in Denver's favor.
Zubac is on him. And this is for the win.
Oh! It's close. They're going to call
Did he beat
it.
the buzzer? Did Gordon beat the buzzer?
They're going to take a look at it. But the official, Sean Wright, signaled it was good.
Against the Thunder, he followed it up with a game winner, a corner three with under 3 seconds left. Across the playoffs, he is averaging 19.3 points per game and is hitting 33.3% of his three-point attempts, showing he could contribute offensively when it mattered most. These aren't lucky shots. They are the result of years of refining his game and embracing his role as the Nuggets' ultimate connector. So far, he has proven he is more than just a dunk contest star or a defensive specialist. But the numbers still don't tell the whole story. To understand why he remains underrated, even after a championship, we need to dig into the stats that casual fans often overlook. And that's exactly where we're headed next. The stat sheet versus reality. You see, Aaron Gordon's 2024-25 season numbers don't stand out much. He averaged 14.7 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 3.2 assists per game while shooting an efficient 53.1% from the field. These stats are solid, but not the kind that grab national headlines or light up social media. For many forwards, especially those in smaller markets or non-scoring roles, this type of production often gets overlooked. But for those who study the game closely, including coaches, scouts, and advanced metric analysts, Gordon's value goes far beyond those basic numbers. Defensively, Gordon remains one of the most versatile players in the league. His defensive win shares consistently rank among the best forwards. This metric estimates the number of wins a player contributes to his team through defense alone. For the 2024-25 season, Gordon posted a DWS figure that placed him in the upper tier among starting forwards, despite guarding some of the most difficult matchups night after night. Video breakdowns often show Gordon contesting shots without fouling, switching effectively on screens, and communicating defensive coverages. A coach's dream, but not something that shows up in box scores. Perhaps the most telling data comes from his on-off impact. When Gordon is on the court, the Nuggets' defensive rating improves noticeably. According to Team Analytics, Denver allows 5.8 fewer points per 100 possessions when Gordon played compared to when he sat. Offensively, his ability to space the floor and make timely cuts also boosts the team's efficiency, especially when paired with Nikola Jokic's passing. Lineup versatility is another strength that stats rarely spotlight. Gordon has played both forward spots and even small ball center when matchups demanded it. He allows Denver to adjust on the fly, whether they need to go big or small. Compared to more celebrated forwards like Zion Williamson or Kyle Kuzma, players who generate more media buzz, Gordon's contributions are more subtle but arguably more impactful to the team's success. The lack of eye-popping stat doesn't mean Gordon's value is hidden. It just requires watching how the Nuggets function with and without him to truly appreciate his importance. But even with the numbers and the eye test aligning, Gordon's reputation still trails behind his actual impact. So why does the narrative stay stuck? To answer that, we have to look at how public perception shapes who gets celebrated and who gets overlooked. Public perception and the Brunson parallel. The NBA has always leaned towards celebrating players who pull off highlight reel plays. Volume scorers and flashy guards also dominate the conversation because their contributions are easy to quantify and exciting to watch. Someone like Aaron Gordon, who anchors a defense, switches onto elite players, and makes smart plays without chasing stats, naturally flies under the radar. A perfect comparison is Jalen Brunson. Over the past 2 seasons, Brunson has earned widespread praise for his playoff performances with the New York Knicks. He averaged 31.5 points and 7.5 assists per game in the 2025 playoffs, leading the Knicks past the 76ers and pushing the Celtics to the brink. His footwork, clutch shot making, and leadership became media talking points night after night. And rightfully so, Brunson's offensive impact has been tremendous. Clips of his step-back jumpers, aggressive drives, and emotional celebrations flooded sports media and social feeds. But when you line up Brunson's total impact with a player like Gordon, the difference isn't as big as it appears. Brunson carries his team offensively. Gordon does the heavy lifting on defense and adjusts his game to fit what Denver needs each night. The difference is that Gordon's work is often preventive. He stops the other team's best player from scoring, which doesn't produce the kind of moments that go viral or make highlight reels. His clutch three-pointers this postseason against the Clippers and Thunder barely got national coverage despite directly swinging games in Denver's favor. There's also a positional value bias at play. Guards and high-scoring wings get the headlines because scoring is the most noticeable form of impact. Forwards like Gordon, who often defend the toughest assignments and provide lineup flexibility, get credit only when analysts or coaches highlight their work. Nuggets head coach Michael Malone and Nikola Jokic have consistently praised Jordan as the team's defensive brain and a championship-level role player, but that praise rarely breaks through to casual fans. In many ways, being underrated has become a defining trait of Gordon's career, and it might be a positive one. While some players chase numbers and individual awards, Gordon has embraced a different path. His career arc reflects a simple truth: winning players sacrifice box score glory for championships. The Nuggets didn't need him to lead in scoring. They needed someone to defend, make smart plays, and come through in big moments. And that's exactly what Gordon has delivered season after season. So what's your take on Aaron Gordon's journey? Is he still flying under the radar, or has he finally earned the recognition he deserves? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this.